Hi, welcome to Dear Anybody. My name's Kevin. I'm reading letters written by my late father, Jimmy Hodge, who lives here in Kent in the UK, and he wrote a letter every day of the year in 1999 as a prelude to the millennium. And I spent the last 11 months reading them out on most days, not quite every day, but on most days. Anyway, we've got here to the 3rd of December, and Dad's letter today had about three things really. One was about power sharing in Northern Ireland finally became a reality, and that was all put into place. And then they were just waiting for the armed military groups to, who were still in the shadows, as Dad said, to give up their weapons, and that will be the real test for lasting peace. And I suppose 26 years later, praise the Lord, yes, peace is pretty much what we've got. So that's great, isn't it? Says there's no doubt the truth is stranger than fiction. Railways in winter, all sorts of excuses why they might be late. Snow on the line, wrong leaves, all sorts of things. But in Middlesbrough in 1999, the excuse was as a conductor went through the train saying that the driver was not tall enough. He couldn't reach the pedals that presumably he needed to drive the train. He had to wait until they got a taller driver. So that was a bit bizarre. School bus driver lost his rag in Middlesbrough. He had children climbing all over the seats, so to punish them, he drove 40 miles out of the way, and worried parents were sort of there on when he came back, and obviously he was sacked, I believe, sadly. But as Dad said, probably the kids never misbehaved after that, Restaurant owner in Vienna was taken to court by the Rolling Stones because he opened a restaurant called the Rolling Stone, but based on the sort of old saying of a rolling stone gathers no moss. And the Rolling Stones who took him to court actually lost. So Dad was quite pleased about that. His PS for today. Yes, half a dozen teenagers, all aged 14, been questioned after they bought £65 worth of sweets from their college canteen using homemade money. Doesn't go into detail. At Totnes in Devon. Now they are the kids who deserve all the A-levels going, Dad said, and those who accepted the cash, maybe they're the ones that get demoted. But so a few funny things happening in December, and tomorrow, 4th of December, my lovely wife's birthday. So happy birthday, Helen! But that was the news 26 years ago, and long may we continue. Thanks, there you go. Bye.